Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 11th through the 17th. This reading is going to be for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising. I am setting the intention for the 11th through the 17th. However, just keep in mind that you might stumble upon this video in a few weeks, a few months, a few years. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it and whenever it's time for you to hear the messages. Keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not even every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. So just take what does and leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to see what messages are coming up here for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising. Keep in mind, I'm recording this at the week of a full moon, so we'll see how those energies may be affecting the Taurus collective as well. We're going to move you just a little bit closer. And the first card that's coming up here for Taurus is, the Death card. Let me know in the comments, all of you Scorpio placement Tauruses out there. There's a lot of you. I think because I'm a Scorpio with Taurus Moon, so maybe that's why you all are here. Maybe we're vibing energetically here. But if you have Scorpio placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio that's going to be very significant here in this stage of your journey. The Death card is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are always going to come up when the situations we're dealing with are directly connected to things we came here to experience, things we came here to master. So basically, with this Death card energy, this is energy that's going to be around for a while. So even though I'm setting the intention for a 7-day period of time, things that are happening in the next 7 days are maybe setting a chain of events into motion. Like this is a period of time that you're coming into. And the Death card is about rebirth, transformation. It's that phoenix rising energy, something new being born from destruction or from something else ending. And this is a card that scares a lot of people, but I've said this in previous videos. You don't have to be scared, because whatever is ending, I've noticed with the Death card, whatever's ending, you know it's ending. It's not like the Tower where it's coming up out of nowhere and smacking you upside the head. You already know. You already know that this end is approaching and that it's time to pick up something new or go in a new direction. In a career reading, the Death card will tell me that you're coming into a career change or that you're coming into a new line of work and you're not returning back to what you were doing before. Or if you've gone on this journey into self-employment, you're not going to be going back to a 9-to-5 again. That's another way I see the Death card come up. But this is also the ego death, letting the conditioning and the programming falling away, the expectation or the desire to meet the expectations of others. You're losing interest in that, and you're coming into full and complete authenticity. So some of you Taurus are feeling this where you just simply cannot be bothered. You cannot be bothered. Whereas maybe in the past you would jump through certain hoops, or maybe there's a lot of things in your life that you let go or you moved away from, but there may have been certain situations where you still felt obligated. And with this card, I feel like you're just in this energy where you can't do it anymore. You're done. You're absolutely done. And so you might just be like, not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not getting involved. I'm not doing this, sorry. Like you may have this really firm boundary and this really firm no. You're not upset about it. You're not angry. You're not going off on anybody, but you're just done and you can't be bothered. That's like an energy I'm feeling here for a lot of you Taurus, where like you're not gonna give a situation any more of your time or energy, and you're just like, I need to do my work, I need to focus on me, I can't be getting caught up in nonsense or carrying everybody on my back. The next card that's coming up here for Taurus is the Ace of Swords. Now, this could be a victory, coming into a victory, right? Overcoming some kind of obstacle or difficult situation. This can be a truth that is being revealed to you, or some kind of, I don't want to say negotiation, but somebody may be approaching you with some kind of an offer, and the Ace of Swords can be discussing the terms of that offer, like setting the terms, or this is how it's going to be, or this is the expectations, or these are the rules, these are the responsibilities. And so some of you may be coming into talks, some kind of talks here with this Ace of Swords. It can be in terms of business, it can be in terms of your love life, but somebody may be coming to you with like, here's my expectations, here's what I want out of the situation, here's what I'm bringing to the table. There could be some kind of talks in this way. And some of you have heard me say the Ace of Swords comes up for me a lot in readings when you're going through a clearing in your crown chakra. So this could be a time that you're clearing away. Keep in mind, we're in full moon energy, and the full moon is a time of release. So Taurus, a lot of you may be experiencing this release in your mind. You may be having more of a mental release. And some of you are like, oh, thank God, right? We've done the emotional stuff for quite some time now. Let me do a mental release, no problem. So the Ace of Swords here, your release may be more in terms of old ways of thinking, false beliefs, limited beliefs, old ideologies. Some of you have been stuck in some kind of a pattern or some kind of a cycle because of a belief or some kind of resolve you came to earlier in your life, and it's been like this stubbornness that you've been holding on to, but now you're really finally ready to release it and let go of it. And so like it's been holding you back to your detriment out of like some stubbornness, and so you may be releasing this. I'll give you guys oh no, I don't know, I was gonna tell you a story, I'm not gonna tell it. It might be a little too personal. I'm not ready. Maybe I'll share it with you guys in the future, but I'm not ready yet. So there's something here that mentally, like, you came to this understanding or this belief or this mindset, and so maybe you've been doing something in your life, like it's been your rebellion, and maybe for a while that was very empowering, and now you're like, yeah, it's kind of to my detriment. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I don't need to make this statement in this way anymore. The Ace of Swords in terms of the crown chakra clearing here also is going to be seeing solutions where once you saw problems and finding a more efficient way of doing things. So this is very powerful energy. My experience, a lot of the times when people are clearing in the crown chakra, there's a lot of activation happening in the third eye. So a lot of you might be increasing your psychic gifts or abilities, but specifically in terms of like sight, like seeing spirit in a physical way. This could be happening for some of you. Now, the next card coming up here for the Taurus collective is the Six of Wands. This is nice. I like this. Now we have victory coming in back to back, right? One of the key words of the Six of Wands is victory. This is sometimes called the victory card. And so the Six of Wands, keep in mind, the Six of Wands follows the Five of Wands. And Five of Wands is that competition. It's that fighting. It's that struggle. And Six of Wands is you've broken out of it. You've broken away from it, right? You've come out on top. So whatever you were wrestling with, whatever you were feeling conflicted about, you're not conflicted anymore. You're moving forward here in in full speed. Or if you were dealing with people who were holding you back or who were blocking your manifestations because they weren't aligned with your energy and they weren't aligned with the things you were trying to do for yourself. They were like a bit of a distraction. But now you're like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't have any more energy or space in my life to hold this anymore. So it's like, now that you're breaking away from that and you can't be bothered by it, now you're finding that things are going to start moving forward very quickly for you. You're going to be manifesting very quickly. And so there's this sense here, or this energy here, in terms of overcoming those obstacles and reaching goals, reaching aspirations. The stars are really jumping out at me, and the stars for me have a lot to do with like your intuition, following your intuition, following your inner guidance. Your angels and guides may be guiding you to a specific place at this time, or a specific undertaking, and this is directly connected to things that are going to be bringing you fulfillment in your heart center. For some of you, this could be about love life. Maybe Spirit is guiding you to a soulmate, and somebody who's going to really love you the way that you need to be loved, or somebody who's going to really see you, right? Sometimes people don't see us, or they underestimate us, or they come into this mindset where like they judge us, or they write us off, or they just don't appreciate what we're bringing to the table. And so some of you are finding yourself guided to a place, and maybe some of you are done with romance, and this is more of like a soul family or soul tribe, but people who see you, people who appreciate you, people who appreciate what you're bringing to the table and don't make you feel like you have to be something else. Like, oh, well, you know what? You're a rectangle, but we don't like rectangles here. We only like circles, so you got to try to be more of a circle. How is that going to happen? It's not going to happen, right? So it's like you're finding the place where they're like, oh my gosh, yes, we love rectangles. We love having you around. Like we've been looking for a rectangle. So it's like a place in which you can be what you are without feeling like you have to change, or feeling like you have to edit, or be something else. So I feel a lot of you are being led or called to your physical home, your earthly home at this time. And so you're being guided, like Spirit is telling you, hey Taurus, this is the direction you want to go in. These are the things you want to start getting involved in. These are the causes or the activities or the geographical locations that you're being called to. And so there's a sense here where I feel like you're being called home. Not being called home in a spiritual sense, like when we go to a funeral and they're like, oh, our dear brother, our dear sister was called home. Not like in that way. You're still going to be alive, but you're being called home, like here on this earth, here on this planet, into like a new circle, a new place with, like, as I said, a place where you're feeling vindicated, or you're feeling validated. Like, hey, I do have good things to offer. Hey, there's nothing wrong with me, And so there may be something like this for some of you. 6 of Wands can also come up in terms of self-employment, or in terms of business, where you might be receiving a lot of referrals all of a sudden. People might be reaching out to you and saying, hey, you did something, or you made something for my friend or for my cousin or whatever, and they're wanting to do business with you. They're wanting to set appointment with you or order from you. You may be getting a lot of referrals coming in, a lot of word of mouth business coming in. 6 of Wands can also come up where, like, Spirit is telling you in terms of self-employment, you don't have to put a lot of money into advertising right now because of that referral aspect, or people talking about you positively. Like, your reputation is preceding you. People are beginning to talk about you. You're becoming known, okay, and in what it is that you do, or the services you offer, or the products that you make. 6 of Wands also comes in terms of vindication and validation when people have been lying about you, right? A lot of us are used to dealing with people who are a little bit NPD, or just jealous, or whatever it might be. And so there might be people out there that have been lying about you, Taurus, or accusing you of doing things that they themselves have been doing, right? They're the ones doing it, but they're going around and saying that you're the one who is doing it. And so sometimes the Six of Wands comes up in my readings when the truth is coming out and you're being vindicated. You're being vindicated that people know, oh, okay, that's funny. This whole time you were saying Taurus was this way and that way, and Taurus was doing this and Taurus was doing that, but I guess it was you. I guess it was you the one that was doing that. I guess somebody was projecting here. So there could be some truth being revealed here in this way. Now something came up in the Virgo reading last week, and I'm feeling that energy here. Spirit is reminding me of it here for you all. So some of you maybe maybe you have a Virgo placement. Maybe you're a Taurus with a Virgo placement, moon, rising, maybe even Venus. But some of you are dealing with like this stage 5 clinger, like somebody who's not wanting to let you go. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a very codependent friend, or a very codependent family member, but someone who just has been just like a ball and chain that's just been following you around. Carry me, carry me, carry me. Heal me, heal me, heal me. Rescue me, rescue me, rescue me. Oh, please, 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 please. But they're not doing their work. They just want to have you drag them around on your back. And so some of you have been having a hard time disconnecting from this person or getting away from this person. And so I feel this Six of Wands is you're finally making that break. You're finally making that break. And you're getting out of that where like now you have this freedom, right? You have this freedom and you're going forward and you're not dealing with that ball and chain energy anymore. Next card coming up here for our Taurus friends is the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay, so there's a real release coming in for Taurus here in this full moon energy. It's funny, we've got permanent end in the beginning, permanent end here at the end. Ten of Swords can come up when we have a situation where we're ending a karmic cycle and we're coming into a time of sobriety. And so we're coming into a time of sobriety, and we're no longer engaging in self-medicating activities that are detrimental to us or that are affecting us negatively. The Ten of Swords can also be here breaking away from people and situations that are keeping you from growing. And there can be a bittersweet dynamic here sometimes with the Ten of Swords. Some of you have heard me say that in the previous readings. But to be honest with you, Taurus, the Death card, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Wands, I feel that when you're shutting this down or when you're walking away from this, people are looking at you like, damn, Taurus, you're cold. Like, that's cold. They're looking at you like you're done and you're being so unemotional about this. But they don't understand how much you've anguished. They don't understand how much you've suffered. They don't understand how much you've cried, right? And like now you're just done. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm all out of tears. I'm all out of F's. You know, like I don't have any more to give. And so I don't feel like it's bittersweet for you. I feel like you're done and like you're shutting something down. And so that's some kind of cycle or pattern that you're just not holding space for in your life anymore. And so this is very powerful, very beautiful energy. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. If you want more of like a love reading, I do love reading separate on my channel. There's a link in the description of the video that will take you to the July love readings. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. And so I think that this can be very helpful for a lot of people. You know, if you want to get clarity, private readings can be helpful. Also, if you don't know, every single day I've been doing a daily message. And so daily messages are just, I do a one card pull, and a lot of people have been liking to start off their day with a daily message. So if you feel like that might be helpful for you, be sure to check out the daily messages on the channel as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, and hope to see you all in the daily messages as well. Be well, my dears.